Jack, are you excited? Are you excited to try a scooter for the first time?
A bit nervous.
Hami's on a rental. Oh wait, what if the scooters kissed? Today I'm racing an e-scooter across Hamburg, Germany. And by that I mean I'm racing my friend Jack on an e-scooter across Hamburg, Germany. We'll be taking the ever-reliable public transport network of this world-class city while I'll be trying something completely new for me. My very own, for this video, e-scooter. So come along in this epic race made possible in part by iScooter as we find out the fastest way from Hamburg's Domtor train station to the Lion King Theater on the other side of the Elbe River. So let's go. This is the iScooter E9, and it's the first non-rental e-scooter I've ever ridden. And iScooter was actually nice enough to hook me up with it for use in this video, which is great, as a race like this is something I've wanted to do for a while now. And unfortunately for me, my spouse also ended up really liking the scooter. So thank you iScooter for helping Xander find a new way to get around. I guess I can just walk, or buy another using my code here. Check them out the link below. Woo, get a discount!
So big.
I'm gonna be real, I was actually really critical of e-scooters when I first moved to Germany back in 2022. Maybe it's because, being in and around Hamburg for so long, my biggest exposure to them was through these rental scooters. Dot, Voy, Free Now, Bolt. Even if you aren't in Hamburg, I'm sure you've seen these around. You can find them in most major cities nowadays. And a lot of people just don't treat them well. Not to be a case of old woman yells at cloud, but especially teenagers seem to be rough on these things. Find them lying across sidewalks, in the street. Surprisingly, often in canals. Yeah, what the hell? Rah rah, damn kids, I know. But it's all changed one day. My friend Felix suggested we rent one for an hour and explore Hamburg using the bike path system. Ooh, this is a train station.
Yeah, this is a train station.
And this kind of changed my view on them entirely, and it was actually really nice. These scooters are limited by law to a max of only 20 kilometers an hour, though I have seen videos of people modifying them to bypass them, which seems dangerous. But because of this legally imposed speed limit, they are bound by similar rules and regulations to bicycles, especially e-bikes. And like an e-bike, while obviously a scooter won't get you as much exercise, it's still a walking accelerator. Not a replacement for transit per se, but can certainly be used to speed up trips that would otherwise be done on foot, or trips that would be a short bus or tram ride. A great example of this would be like going to the grocery store, not the one right by my house, but the really nice one down the street.
This thing will make you look so cool, it'll crash Jamie's camera like it did just now.
It literally did. On the flip side, some transit agencies are really paranoid about these things catching on fire due to their lithium-ion batteries. They're banned on the Hamburg U-Bahn, and very specifically just the U-Bahn Hamburg, and on all the buses in general in Bremerhaven, along with the trams in Bremen. Which is unfortunate, as many e-scooters, such as my scooter here, actually fold up for ease of transport. Pretty lightweight too, and when it's secured in this folded mode, you can pretty much lift it up like it has a handle or something. Don't worry, I know this is a lot of background info. We're about to get into the race, which features my friends Jack from Stoltak Transit, Hami from the museum system, includes the museums for both Almula and at Schönberger Strand, and also my husband Xander for emotional support. But I do have a few notes specifically to this personal iScooter i9 before we start going through all this. Now, setting up and getting a road legal here in Germany was a learning experience and also really helped me feel more equipped for this race today. In order to actually ride an e-scooter in Germany, you actually have to apply for insurance and get a license plate sticker, which on average will cost you a whopping 2 to 3 euros a month. Or if you pay for a year, you'll save. Took about a week for my license sticker to arrive though, so don't plan to get yours in the mail and start riding immediately.
Yeah, you should buy this with code. This code.
From there, after mine was all set up, I got my bearings by learning to ride a local part.
This actually feels pretty good.
The i9 has 3 main modes. Well, in theory, it has a top speed of 20 kilometers an hour. It has a sidewalk mode, which is limited to a leisurely 6 kilometers an hour so that you won't just barrel into people. And also an eco mode, which cuts the top speed to only 15 kilometers an hour, but gives better battery life. And of course there's a full-blown pro mode, as I call it, which unlocks the full power. But you know, maybe if you're doing a race across a city, it's better to conserve a little bit of power just to make sure you won't run out of battery. Though I'm going to just tell you now, mine lasted like a champ throughout this entire race. It also has toggleable lights, a nice ringy bell, and be charged with any power outlet in a reasonable amount of time as long as you have the charging cable on hand. But how it worked in an isolated environment, which say Park in Stade, means nothing when it needs to compete against the transit network of Hamburg, Germany. Starting at Domtor station, I would stop with my friend Hami on a rental as we headed south across the city through the Old Elb Tunnel, which is fully car-free, fun fact, into the Lion King Theater on the south side of the river. Jack, meanwhile, would have to use a combination of Hamburg's U-Bahn, S-Bahn, and ferry network to make the same trip. And also Xander would be with him for moral support. Hey everyone, this is the really cool intro part where I introduce my friends Jack and Hami and my spouse Xander before the race, but unfortunately the wind was really intense here. Just take a small listen to this.
We can take public transit, Hami and I taking scooters.
Yeah, that sucks. So that's why I'm dubbing this over. But yeah, let's take a look at the race map. This is Domtor Station, maybe one of the most beautiful in Hamburg. I also really love the location here too, as it's right near Planten and Blumen, easily maybe one of the most gorgeous parks in all of Germany. Go pay it a visit. And when we prepared to start our race at Domtor Station, we ran into a small delay, which is to say, Hami and Jack were also pretty enthralled by the scooter.
Come back here, you! You won't get away with this!
No joke, we spent kind of a good half an hour just screwing around on it and comparing it with a boy rental scooter. And yes, this ate into the battery life of the race, but who am I to stop their fun? I have a code right here if you want one of your own, by the way. Get a discount, get a scooter. It's high quality and folds up. Leave the hand, let me play around with this video. I legitimately really like the product. Fortunately for me though, this was filmed the last legs of my move from Stade to Bremerhaven, so despite owning a bike/scooter camera mount, it was packed. So I had to kind of mount my camera awkwardly in this bag in front of the scooter, which, yes, includes my registration, like if it was a motorcycle or something.
Let's go. Okay, no. I have no idea where they're going. I don't know. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to get there. I don't know when the next train is. I just assume I have to take the S-Bahn. I don't know if I trust that. That would be 5 minutes to get from the bus to the S-Bahn. Wait, there's a bus just out there. Yeah. It says 1 minute.
Oh, this is really interesting because it's not often I get to see Hamburg by street, so I'm really excited for this. And I think I know the way because, yeah, we just basically got to keep going this direction, we'll hit the water, right? Then let's do it. It's by no means a journey of 1,000 miles. No, this is just a journey of 5 kilometers, but I think that's still respectable. During this weekend, there was some construction going on with the Hamburg S-Bahn network, meaning that service was a little bit irregular, which was bad for Jack, but good for me, as I was having to account for being a novice going through the city.
I will say the info screens on the Hamburg buses are awesome.
Hamburg is truly great to see by bike or scooter, and I think it's really fun to see it in this way, but I'll be the first to admit that not only is it absolutely not a truly great European cycling or scooter city, but it's not even as good as many other German cities in that regards. I find Leipzig to be generally more bikeable, as are the likes of Bremen or their core Frankfurt, but then again, these cities still have trams, and as you know, I will never shove about my desire for a return of hashtag Tramberg. Oh, getting rid of trams in the late 70s was such a blunder in Hamburg's part. But even in my new home base of Bremerhaven, it's such a better place to cycle in. It also got rid of its tram network in the back half of the 20th century, so hashtag Trammerhaven, I guess? Though like in Hamburg, I'm pushing for that to hopefully come back someday. Maybe it's because it's a smaller city though, but I find Bremerhaven has a large number of narrow streets that, even without fully separated with bike paths, the actual set of them makes it just more pleasant to exist on bike or scooter in. Oh, and I also see a large number of these bike traffic lights that give scooters and bikes some small priority over cars, letting them start from lights slightly before the auto traffic. And maybe I was just routed weird, but I didn't see any of those in Hamburg, so it's a shame because they're really cool. I'm also proud to say, despite a few stumbles early on, including nearly running my first red light in Hamburg, but I didn't, I did get the hang of riding the scooter through Hamburg. That said, scooting and cycling through Hamburg is a mixed bag. Some parts have proper dedicated bike lanes, which may or may not be protected, painted in red like you'd see in the Netherlands. Some sections have these extended sidewalks, with the red parts meant to act as bike lanes, and some should have sections where you need to switch between those several times.
Whoa, ass ahoy.
Starting off from Domtor though, by this point we'd already made our way through Plantenbloemen and down some streets, and we're getting near the famous Binnenalster Lake, which is also right near the famous Hamburg Town Hall, the Rathaus. This led to a really truly cool section, a fully pedestrianized plaza leading into car-free or car-light streets. Also, it was made with cobblestones, which on scooter made me feel like I was on some sort of weird rolling massage chair.
Okay, now to the U3. Oh, my stomach's grumbling. Stomach is grumbling. Let's take the lift. Okay, how does the elevator at the U-Bahnhof Rathaus start? U-Bahnhof Rathaus just outside said Rathaus smell. I think I might be getting a little bit smell, but honestly not really. It's a clean elevator, but it also doesn't really smell like cleaner or elevators, just cleaning. Right at the platform. Awesome.
As we turned to approach towards Landensbrücken in the St. Pauli district, a familiar sight came into view. The viaduct for the U3 U-Bahn line, which hits the stations at Stadthausbrücke and Landensbrücken and the other one I can't remember right now. At this point, we were truly racing against the trains, assuming Jack was on the U-Bahn. By the way, this may just be one of my favorite stretches of any train track in Germany. If you want a cheap, or if you have a D-ticket, free tour of Hamburg that gives a bunch of access to different sites, take the U3. When we pull up near the landing bridges at Landensbrücken, we even veer off along a small parking lot to the Old Elb Tunnel. This, by the way, is where Jack would also veer off to take the ferry.
Mommy?
Yes?
Do you know what time it is?
Is it elevator time?
It's elevator smell test time. Hello. One of the elevators down to the Old Elb Tunnel. And it smells like construction site.
It smells like Subway.
It does smell like Subway. Subway as in the train, not the
Yeah.
restaurant, right? Ooh.
And in the beginning, those elevators were drawn by horses.
Were they?
Yes.
Peter. The horse is here.
Hamburg has two main Elb tunnels. There's a new one, that they called the New Elb Tunnel, which is a car-invested hellhole that reminds me of visiting New York as a kid and having to take a shuttle into Manhattan from JFK Airport. The old one, though, is a lot less intimidating and has these huge elevators designed to fit one car each.
So ready for this. It's the final stretch.
This 100-year-old tunnel, though, has been going through renovations for the past few years, and during this time, it has been closed completely for cars, but still open for cyclists, scooterers, and pedestrians. And seeing the sheer number of those people either walking or on bikes and scooters that can fit in the space of just one car, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it never opens for cars again. Oh, and also, once you get down to that bottom level, it's a straight shot under the river, leading to this moment here. I never felt so alive.
Whether we beat Jack or not to the end, that was amazing. That alone made this so worth it. I feel alive again.
Hello.
Interesting running into you here.
I'm taking the ferry.
Me too.
Oh moin, ich hätte gern Big Backfischbaguette, bitte. Ja, bitte. Argentinienbrücke. The Argentina Bridge.
Do you want me to hold your fish?
Thank you, I appreciate it. This video is brought to you by the eScooter, not this. Come on, be serious. Okay, so, ferry. I assume it's this one? Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay. Watch this, Jamie. Don't watch that.
After taking another elevator that used to carry cars and surfacing on the other side, we were in what was supposed to be the home stretch to the theater, but one issue. We overshot the turn and need to reconfigure, which added a few minutes to our time. Hopefully Jack was having a nice trip too. Okay, but for real now, this was the final stretch to the theater, and it was maybe the most unbike and scooter-friendly part of the whole trip. It led us through an industrial area where we were quite literally having to share the road with large trucks. But now the ending was in sight. Nothing could stop us now.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Literally at the theater, I hit a big rock in the parking lot.
For those wondering, I'm okay. I hit a rock. my little ring watch, the band on it broke, and that sucks. Thankfully I have others at home. Leave it to me to eat a sheep literally at the end.
But I mean, I was fine. I got up and brushed myself off. And hey, there's still a chance we beat Jack and Xander, right?
Oh, I found it. I found the ferry stop. Oh no! Oh no! No!
We lost.
Yeah, oh yeah, what's the timer? 50 minutes?
Only by a few minutes, granted, and the scooter was a real champ to the whole thing, which is why, for a literal victory lap, Jack stole it.
Alright, well, you know what this means?
What's that mean?
This means I hand off the camera. Because I'm getting out of here.
Oh, is this your prize? Wait, you're taking the scooter? No, that's my scooter! The sponsor sent it to me!
Oh, and if you want a scooter of your own, use my code to get a discount. This is where I'd usually end off my videos by answering a viewer question. Instead, I'm going to just implore you, dear viewer, to comment. Jack, give that back! Stealing is a crime!
I'm here with the scooter. I'm a little lost right now.